Boxing truth here. Let's talk about this Kell Brook, Errol Spence situation. Now I'm hearing a lot of dick riding from the Errol Spence fanboys, all claiming that Kell Brook is shook, scared to take on this Errol Spence task, which is just a mandatory defense of Kell Brook's IBF welterweight strap. Now, the common narrative from hearing from these Errol Spence fanboys is that Kell Brook is shook, he doesn't want the fight, and all I gotta say to them is it's fucking laughable. No welterweight got the jitters fighting Errol Spence. No one's shaking in their boots. Man, based on what? What the fuck has Errol Spence done besides knock out hand-picked opponents, hand-picked cannon fodder? What has he done in his career that's giving him this title of the boogeyman of the welterweight division? What has he done in his career that warrants the type of dick riding the Errol Spence fanboys are giving him? Now, it looks like the fight's going to happen. And in my opinion, I like the fight. I want to see the fight. There were some writers that were asking questions about would they rather see Brook Cotto or Brook Spence. I'd rather see Brook Spence because I'm tired of Miguel Cotto. I'd rather Miguel Cotto just go away. Just be done with the sport of boxing. Don't need to see him fight anymore. But there's an outside chance that Cotto could be in the mix, but I very much doubt that Miguel Cotto will take on a Kell Brook at this stage of his career. Most likely he will go after Juan Manuel Marquez if they can agree to a catch weight, and then what would be a farewell fight for both of them. But I can understand, unlike a lot of boxing fans, if Brooks ends up fighting Cotto, if Cotto has enough stones to fight that type of opponent at this stage of his career. I understand the business side. I don't get all bitchy and moany when a fighter opts to fight a fight where he'll get paid much more money compared to an opponent where he won't get the max he could get. And that's what it's all about. This is prize fighting after all. One of the big names in boxing just reminded you recently, Andre Ward. This is prize fighting, not pride fighting. And for Kell Brook coming off the big fight against Gennady Golovkin, this is a step down for him in fighting Errol Spence. This does nothing for his career. He won't get much props, even if he beats Errol Spence, because what the fuck has Errol Spence done besides feast on hand-picked opponents? His best wins are an undersized Chris Algieri and an old-ass Bundu. When Chris Algieri fought Manny Pacquiao, he wasn't shit. When Bundu fought Thurman, he was just an undefeated nobody. But when it comes to Errol Spence, the amount of dick riding is just sickening. And I'm getting sick and tired of hearing these fanboys claiming that Kell Brook is scared to fight Errol Spence. It's got nothing to do with that. Now, the fight looks like it's going to go down. Since Miguel Cotto, I really doubt, will take on the task of fighting Kell Brook. If Miguel Cotto doesn't say, I'll fight Kell Brook, then Kell Brook is going to fight Errol Spence, because that's the alternative here. Why move up and wait when he can't get a big fight on the table? That's the only way Kell Brook won't fight Errol Spence, if he gets a bigger money fight on the table. A much more lucrative opportunity compared to just a mandatory title defense against Errol Spence. Now, the Errol Spence fanboys, they're going to be shook once this fight becomes signed, sealed, and delivered. They were actually praying that Kell Brook would vacate his title so Errol Spence can get an easy layup for his first title shot. Instead of fighting a real fighter in Kell Brook, maybe Errol Spence could fight a lesser opponent to get his IBF strap. But the scenario here is a very difficult task for Errol Spence. He's going to have to go to the UK. He's going to have to be the road warrior. And once this fight gets signed, sealed, and delivered, the Errol Spence fanboys are going to be fucking shook. And then if that happens, your boy just might get exposed. It's going to be an interesting situation. Errol Spence is undefeated, but largely untested. Hasn't fought the type of opponents or the development process that you would think will be beneficial to him going into a Kell Brook fight. He hasn't fought any punchers. He hasn't fought any elite boxers. He hasn't really fought any fresh guys or guys coming in with confidence. Just undersized guys or old men are his best opponents. And it's laughable that Errol Spence fanboys are already claiming that he's some elite prize fighter, already crowning him like he's the biggest threat, while he's done jack shit in his fucking career. I got nothing against Errol Spence, none whatsoever. But his fanboys are making me want to see this kid get dropped. Your fanboys are making me want to see you get chin checked. Your fanboys show a lack of respect. They don't know shit about boxing, don't understand the business side of boxing. It's not about ducking or dodging. This is prize fighting. But Kell Brook couldn't get the fight that he really wanted. Amir Khan keeps ducking him. Miguel Cotto, I really doubt he wants that work at this stage of his career. Manny Pacquiao has other business to attend to. Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia are unifying the titles. That's what all Brook wanted. He wanted to see where his options were. He wanted to see if he can get a bigger, more lucrative opportunity. A fight that can continue to build up his brand like the Gennady Golovkin fight did. No one's shook of Errol Spence. You really think Kell Brook, after having the stones to fight Gennady Golovkin, is really scared to fight this undefeated nobody who has proven jack shit in his career? It's just a step down for his career. Just like Andre Ward stated, it's a step down to fight Adonis Stevenson when a more lucrative opportunity with a Kovalev rematch is still on the table. However, for Kell Brook, there's nothing on the table. No lucrative fight. So, most likely the fight will go down. Unless Miguel Cotto all of a sudden decides to say, I will fight Kell Brook. But y'all Spence fanboys need to calm the fuck down. Chill the fuck out. Let the fight materialize. And once it does, it will either be strap season for Errol Spence or possibly be bum status and possibly get exposed and trashed on UK soil, on Sky Sports. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.